And we are back. This time, I'm gonna speak about scalping. Many of you have asked me about my scalping strategy. It is very simple, not that hard to do. In this video, I'll go through my scalping strategy. This is not a strategy I have invented, rather a strategy I have found and made it my in the terms of adding certain confirmations to enter and such. So it's very simple. As you can see, I'm using two indicators, MTF EMAs, which is, let's see, it's supposed to be in my favorites, what the exact name is. That's normal EMA, and there it is, MTF EMA. So you're looking for MTF EMA made by FX Massa. Once again, this is a strategy I found online, but I've added my, let's say I made it my strategy in the terms of I've added certain confirmations that I follow. So yeah, start with adding two MTF EMAs. Let me just remove that. Two MTF EMAs. Once you have added that, you go over to inputs on the first one. You pick 1 hour and the EMA period 50. And then I've set it the color red. And I'm going to explain soon why the colors matter. So you should put red here as well. Then on the second one, we put 15 minutes with the same EMA, 50 EMA. Then we go over to style and green again, or rather green this time, so the opposite. Then we have a MACD. This is a standard MACD with a divergence indicator built in. This one is called, let's see, MACD with divergences, made by Deltalytics. So go ahead and add that. And this is normal. It's a normal MACD with, as I said, indicators built in. So here, as you can see, it's called a bullish. So I'm going to explain how we're going to use this one. Before we continue, we need one last indicator. And it is market cipher. B. Market cipher B. If you don't have market cipher B, you can use Wuman cipher, which is this one here, Wuman Chu cipher B with divergences, made by Wuman Chu. So yeah, my strategy goes like this. When you have the green line above the red line, it means it's longing time. You're supposed to long. When you're in a period where you're only looking for longs, you don't want to look at bearish divergences. As you can see here, it's called a bearish divergence, but we won't listen to that because we're only looking for long. Trend is your friend. So the current trend is that we're on a bullish run in this time frame of 1 day, right? So the trend is your friend. Using this strategy, I made roughly 100 trades. Actually, I made right now, I think it's 104. I have, I think 61% win rate, or right below 60%. So it's a very high win rate, and I use 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. So the last entry was here. I actually missed this entry. I just added here to show you guys how it looks. So as you can see, we're still in a bullish run. It's showing green. And look here, we got a bullish divergence. So if we were to zoom in here on that bullish divergence, we are waiting. Once we get this confirmation here, we're waiting for the second confirmation, which is the red crossing into green. As you can see, this here was the cross. And this here is when we will enter. And if we look at market cipher B, we can see that the money flow is curving up from the negative into the positive, meaning, well, money is coming in, so it might be a good time to buy. So confirmation 1, confirmation 2, and confirmation 3. And a good thing to note is that confirmation 3 is it differs. It's not always the same. The confirmation 3 is basically you looking for bullish indications on market cipher B. In this case, it was a money flow. Money flow is a very good indicator. So as you can see, if I were to zoom in here, this was our entry. I'm going to zoom in a bit further. This was our entry because, once again, confirmation 1 here, confirmation 2 here, and the confirmation 3 is that the money flow is coming up. So I entered here. What you want to do is you want to put, as I said, 1 to 2 risk and reward ratio. So what I do is with where I set my stop loss is I set it below the last swing low. You always want to look left and see. So this was, if I were to put it here, that'd be roughly 30%. You want to always put it right below, so not right like exactly where it stopped. You want to have a wiggle room. So this one is 31%. Well, it touched this area once, but if we go a bit further here, we can see a nice, support. So what I did was I put it right at that support and a bit further, so 50% to have a wiggle room. And since I'm doing 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, I want to have the gain at 1%. So as you can see, this was a winning trade. But what is important that to notice is that if you look at this, we could have such a big gains here. Like if we just continue, let's see. 5% gain, almost 6. And of course, you're not gonna catch the top and the bottom every single time. But what helps you achieve that is one simple thing. So at the beginning, we were aiming for 1%. Boom. This is what we were aiming for, right? And we slowly got to move up. When I reached around here, or usually, as I said, I was not in this trade. I'm just taking this trade an example. You want to move your stop loss. What I usually do is I put my stop loss to my entry, because I never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. You never want to turn a winning trade into a losing trade. And if you exit at your entry, that's a winning trade because you didn't lose money. That's a winning trade. So when we come here, we can start to see that the MACD is curving up. Money flows in the green. And yes, we do see a red dot here, but I don't pay that much attention to these dots, to be honest. I pay attention to everything around. Look at the RSI. We're still oversold. And boom, we go up. Well, MACD is showing good. Curling up. So what you could do, a good strategy is that you could either move up your take profit, right? You move up your take profit and you exit. I usually do 33% at a time of my investing. So if I invested $1,000 in a trade, I identify 3 levels which has acted as support or resistance in the past, and I put my profit taking at those levels, right below those levels rather, 33% of the time. So it's all about playing right. You know, you don't want to. This is kind of greedy. I usually don't do this. It's when we see a pump going on, I play this. I like this. I just keep moving up my take profits, and I just, let's say at 1%, that was my initial plan, all right? Because we had 50% stop loss. I take out 33% of my portfolio, and then I look. Well, how are we looking? Are we going down yet? No. We're still thick in the green here. Money flow is in the green. MACD is curling up. So you know what? I'm going to put my next level. I usually do 150, then 2. And those are my plays. And this is exception, you know. As I said, you're never going to, sometimes yes, but usually you're not going to catch every top. It's all about being consistent. Consistency is key in this game. You don't want to think, oh, man, shit, if I stayed in longer, I could have made this much money. Well, that's wrong thinking. See, if you do this consistently, every trade you make adds up. Let's say you have 5 times leverage or 10 times leverage. I don't recommend more than 5 times, but let's say 10 times. So 1% move every time in your favor equals to 10% of your account. Let's say this strategy I've used has a roughly 60% win rate. Let's say you made 5 of these, right? And you won 3 or 4. Let's say 3. That's 30% gain. Just let that sink in. That's 30%. Hedge fund managers, big banks, they roughly give 5 to 7% return on your money monthly. Real estate gives you 7%, 6% yearly, I think, depending on the country. Let that sink in. Consistency is key. If you can keep up at this pace and do 10%, let's say 5%, because that's more realistic in my eyes. 5% gain, and let's just do 3 wins in a month. That's 15% on your account. You're already making more than a hedge fund. And I'm not talking about, you know, the biggest hedge funds. I'm talking about normal hedge funds. Of course, the biggest hedge funds are going to have insane years. They usually do, what is it? In the stock market, they do roughly between 90 to 100% a year. That's very good. But do the math. It's very simple. If we do the math, 100% in 12 months equals to 8% a month, 8.3% a month. It's easily doable. You just need to set goals. But yeah, that was it. Let's just continue with the trading, right? Here we get another bullish divergence. See, this one is a bit different because here it broke the 15 EMA on the 50 EMA on the 15 minutes. So this is a bit risky trade because usually when we're between this area, between the green and red, it can be a reversal of a trend. So it was a risky trade, but I still entered because I still believe we were on a, you know, we were still going up. Because I looked at the higher time frames, and the higher time frames were indicating we're still good. So as you can see, here we get a bullish divergence. And we're waiting for the green dot up. Boom, here it is. So this is where we want to enter. Yes, money flows in the red, but look here. We have a trigger wave here curling up, and we're going upwards. So, you know, it's a risky play. As I said, it's a risky. This is not the ideal thing you want to see on the MCB, but you know, still kind of bullish because the higher time frames are telling us we're in a bullish time frame right now. So I entered here and I did the same thing. I set the stop loss right below last low, and you can see if I like, there's nothing to go. There's no point in going this further back. So I just put it below this one, right? So it was, this one was 47%, so I just put it at 55% to give myself a wiggle room. And I am for 1.10%. And boom. See? Hit. So that is 2 trades in a row. Let's go further back. And sometimes it takes time to get these indications. You're like, sometimes you can go days without getting anything, but that's when you jump into ETH to see if ETH is telling something, or another altcoin. But if we go further back, nothing, and boom, here we have one. This is actually, let's remove this one because this is not a this is not in this strategy. I was testing something out, so let's ignore that. But that was a win. But I'm still testing it. I'm doing it 100 times. So I think I've done it like 6 times now. And boom, here. So 26th of March. When was this? 28. So 2 days roughly. So for 2 days, we didn't get a single indication. So yeah, here, since the trend is bearish, we're looking for bearish divergences. The red is above the green, meaning we're looking for bearish divergences. So let's start from the left, because you're not going to see the right side when, you know, doing live trading. So first, I got a bearish divergence right here, which confirmed here. MCB is telling us, well, we have a red dot. Money flow is kind of curling down. What we thought at that point. So you know what? Let's enter. So I entered here, as I said. The entry would be there, swing high there, 1%. 1%, aiming for 2%, and as you can see, it was a bust. Right? Boom. Hit our stop loss there. But roughly 15 minutes later, we got another bearish divergence. Boom, right there. Confirmation met right there. VWAP curling down. Money flow is kind of steady. Trigger weight is going down. So you know what? I entered the trade here. Set it as above last swing high, 50%. Aim for 1%. Win. And you know what? This day was insane because all of these trades I actually traded. Then we get another one. 1 hour and 30 minutes after our exit on the last one. Bearish divergence here. We got the first bearish divergence here. So we're waiting for the cross down here. And while we're waiting for the cross down here, look what happens here. We get another one. You can see here, green, red, green, I mean, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. So here we got the confirmation that we're going down. So I entered the trade here. Put it above last swing high, 0.45%. Aim for points, let's say 90. That was a win. Keep in mind, right now I'm adjusting. The settings before was the settings I actually entered and exited at. But right now I'm just adjusting to make it simple for you guys. So, how many trades have we done now? 3, 4, 5. So 5 trades. Let's do 5 more. 10 trades. Let's see. Hopefully I should have more. Yeah, another one here. The trend is still bearish because the red line is above the green line. We got a bearish divergence indication there. And look here, red dot appeared on the MCB. money flow going down, VWAP coming down. Well, we're going down definitely, because if you look at MCB alone, it's telling us that we're going down. VWAP curling down, money flow going down, RSI coming down. So definitely we're going down. So I'm waiting for my last confirmation, which is this one. Boom, we got it here. So I entered my trade right on that candle, put it above my last swing high. I put it at 0.75% to give myself wiggle room, and I aim for the double, 1.5. Boom, a win. 6 trades. So yeah, the ones with these icons we can ignore because that's just another strategy I'm working on. Which I actually, it's not my strategy. It's a, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. It's Kov Fifi's strategy that I'm trying out. He has typed in the Discord chat how what confirmations he's looking for and how his strategy is. He can explain it way better than I can. But yeah, let's continue. So here, as you can see, we went from from red dominating to green dominating. Here's the thing. We got very nice bearish divergences. But did I enter? No. Because you need to be disciplined. You need to have consistency. You need to follow your system. You need to trust your system. That is key. So I did not enter. Let's keep looking. And keep in mind, it's been days now. Here is a bearish divergence. It seems like I did not enter. I'm assuming I was sleeping. But let's see how this one would have played out. So bearish divergences indicates there. Red dot on MCB, RSI kind of coming down, VWAP going down. Okay, let's enter this one. So the entry would be here, right here. And if we look at the left, this is where you want to put it, maybe even here. Let's put it, that's too much. 1% move is too much on the 5-minute time frame, is my opinion. Let's put it here. Maybe even here. Yeah, let's put it at 52. Aim for 1%. Well, seems like this trade would have been a bust. Let's keep going. Here's another trade I entered, seems like. 3 trades in a row. Bearish divergence. The trigger wheel going down. Money flow going from green to red. And my last confirmation here. Boom, I entered. Put it above this swing high. 0.80%. Aim for the double, 160. Boom, win. Bearish divergence, confirmation, red dot. Money flow is in the green, but VWAP is coming down. I entered. Put it above, swing high, last swing high, 20.25. Aim for a small one, but as I said, everything adds up. 0.50, boom, win. Let's go here. Bearish divergence, confirmation, red dot, VWAP coming down, I enter. Put it above last swing high, 0.52, aim for the double, 1%. Bearish divergence, boom, confirmation, boom, red dot already been given a couple minutes ago. VWAP kind of curling up. So yeah, it was, MCB is kind of saying maybe, maybe not, but still entered it because I'm trusting the system. But it was a bust. Boom. Same thing here. Red dot given a couple minutes ago. VWAP coming down. Money flow is still in the green. I entered bust. A good thing to note is if we look here, when we're losing, we're always losing between 0.3 to 0.5%, and when we're winning, we're always winning double that. So here, if we'd have won, we would have got roughly, let's say 60%, 65%, but we lost. So we lost, since we're doing, I usually do 5 times leverage. So I lost 1.85% here. Here, how much is it? 0.44, 2.2%. But look here, I won 1%, meaning I won 5% there. So I won, what is it? 1.85 plus 2.2. So I won 1%. So I'm 1% in the green out of these 3 trades. And as I said, 1% may not sound a lot to many of you, but what you need to understand is this game it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like, if the best way to explain, many people assume that trading, let's say this is a box, this is another box, right? As I mentioned in my earlier video, divergent thinking plays a huge role here. Many assume, because a lot of people on Discord, online, on YouTube, whatever, shows you a picture of their portfolio going like this. Hold on, can I make it? Yeah, their portfolio going like this, right? And you're thinking, wow, this guy just made 150%. This guy's insane. But what usually follows these plays are this. Why? Because this means high risk, high reward. Of course, it works for somebody, but 99% of the time, you just come crashing down. So it's not a sprint. This is sprinting. Now I'm going to show you a marathon. What usually happens... Oh wait, that sucks. Can I make this line thicker somehow? But yeah, so usually when you, let's say you're applying for a hedge fund, and they ask, well, how does your portfolio look like? Do you think they're going to pick someone's portfolio that looks like this, or someone's that looks like this? Because this is the reality. This is how a consistent trader's portfolio looks like. It's up and down, but we're still going up. So this is what you want to aim for. This is marathon. It's not a sprint. Keep that in mind. Marathon. So all of these small trades we're making adds up, guys. It adds up. So yeah, this is a strategy, and 2 more trades here. You know, it's very straightforward. I think I've been recording for 30 minutes now. Hopefully a lot of you guys watch the whole video to understand better. But yeah, this is how we're looking. It's simple. Honestly, it's simple. And if you guys feel like it's not that simple, you know, head over to my Discord. Go ahead and ask me. I'm more than happy to help. And the Discord link will be in the description, of course. Make sure to, you know, since I'm a I'm a YouTuber now, make sure to give me a thumbs up, because apparently that helps. And you know, yeah, hopefully you liked it. And I will also be posting my 30-minute swing strategy, which usually I use when I have errands to run during the day, because it gives me a bigger time frame, bigger bigger time frame, basically. So it means I have more time to do stuff in my real life. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.